students, welcome back. In the previous video, we discussed about various definitions of economics, important terms used, definitions of stats, and its meaning in singular and plural sense. For new viewers, can find that video in my channel. So, let us begin today's discussion about characteristics or scope of stats. Characteristics of scope of stats. Stats are aggregates of facts. Data to be called stats must consist of aggregate of certain facts. A single and isolated fact or figure like Ram is 20 years old is not stats. For a data to be counted as stats, it must be in the form of a set or aggregates of certain facts, such as a series relating to ages of 40 students in a class. Stat data is affected by multiplicity of causes. Stat data is affected to a marked extent by a multiplicity of causes. There are a variety of forces or factors operating on facts figures in an aggregates. The influence of any particular factor cannot be isolated easily. For example, stats of production of a crop like rice. Rice is affected by extent of rainfall, fertilizer, seeds, etc. It is not possible to study the effect of each of these factors separately on the production of rice. Stats are numerically expressed. Any fact to be called stats has to be expressed numerically. Qualitative information such as beauty, honesty, health, intelligence, poverty are not stats unless they are assigned numerical equivalents, because qualitative statements are vague and we cannot make out anything from them. For example, Ram is shorter than Sham cannot be called stats. But if the same is expressed quantitatively in numbers, like Ram is 155 centimeter and Sham is 160 centimeter and Anusha is 153 centimeter tall, then we can call it stats. Collected with a reasonable standard of accuracy. The standard of estimation and of accuracy differs from enquiry to enquiry or from purpose to purpose. There cannot be one standard of uniformity for all types of enquiries and for all purposes. The process of generalization can be achieved only with a reasonable standard of accuracy. For example, a single student cannot be ignored when we say that there were 40 students present in a class. But while reporting the number of people in a rally, the reporters merely find an estimate of the number of people. Collected for a predetermined purpose. Stats should be collected for a predetermined goal or objective in mind. Without any objective, data collected will be useless. Data collected without complete awareness of the purpose will be confusing and cannot be used for deriving valid conclusions. So, the purpose of collecting data must be decided in advance. Stats should be collected in a systematic manner. Stats should be collected systematically in a planned way. Before collecting data, a suitable plan for their collection should be prepared. Data collected in an unsystematic manner would lead to misleading conclusions and the reliability of such data could decline. Stats should be placed in relation to each other. Collection of data is done for purpose of comparison of data. If the figures collected are not comparable, then they lose a large part of their significance. Therefore, stats data should be comparable. Data should be placed in such a way so that can be compared. Data must be homogeneous to make meaningful comparison. So that's all for today. In next lecture, we are going to discuss about importance and function of stats. Till then, goodbye. Don't forget to like and give your valuable comments. Thank you.